We want to bring in retired Colonel Steve Warren. He is an NBC News military analyst, also a former Pentagon spokesman. Colonel Warren, nice to see you. Appreciate your waking up early with us. I want to get a sense where we are now a week into this war. U.S. Central Command yesterday saying there had been at least 3,000 targets that have been struck inside Iran. The bombardment continues again today. The president said this could go 4 to 5 weeks. We're now a full week into it. Where do we stand in terms of his effort to achieve what he wants?
And the Israelis have said they've struck an additional 2,000 targets. So we're up to more than 5,000 targets struck already. Right now, it's a test of wills, isn't it? You know, the American and Israeli forces are using power to try to grind down the Iranians. Meanwhile, the Iranians are using various techniques to try to upset the economy, to try and create confusion, to try and create tension amongst allies. We'll see who wins.
Colonel, privately, the president is talking about a small contingent of ground troops. But is that realistic when you think about the goals that he has set out here?
There could be a tactical advantage. So there are certain spots, perhaps an island, perhaps a specific location that has some tactical or operational significance, where I can imagine we would place a force to hold a piece of ground. We're not talking about an invasion. This is not Iraq in 2004 with tanks and artillery and pulling down statues in the streets of Baghdad. I don't believe that will happen. But a tactical operation to seize a piece of terrain, that's perfectly reasonable.
Colonel, we appreciate you making time to talk to us. Thanks for your perspective and expertise.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.